How do I do a YouTube? How do I... Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Excule and Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Excule and I've been making content on this channel for a few years now, mostly comedy with a dash of more retrospective and serious content sprinkled in, and this is my 25,000 subscriber Q&A. I hope you enjoy.
The real question is, what's going on in your life? I hope yours is doing well.
Yeah, I'm good. I joined my neighborhood's next door chat and then found out it broadcasts a welcome message to everyone already in there, so I'm dealing with the fallout from the Bingus Trooper incident.
What are your hobbies besides making videos?
I would say weightlifting is definitely my main hobby. I'll be at the gym maybe 4 or 5 times a week, sometimes more, sometimes less, depending on how busy my work is.
Do you watch any stand-up comedy?
My favourite comedian has always been Norm Macdonald. I'm also really fond of improv gods like Ryan Stiles and Colin Mockery from Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Hi, I'll have some fries. Sorry, the speaker's broken.
I go down the Whose Line YouTube wormhole every few months, and I like a lot of Johnny Carson era bits like Michael Davis's juggling act.
I have an unusual philosophy about the art of juggling. I don't think it's important how many.
Annie Kaufman's Elvis impersonation. Even Jiminy Glick has some good stuff too.
This is kind of the basic Q&A thing, but what inspired you to make videos?
I was making these expansive art films and wanted to improve my editing in the months of downtime in between shooting for them, so I started throwing together clips of me playing games and put sound effects on them. That's where the channel originally started from.
What's the best thing that's happened to you on YouTube?
There's been a lot of experiences I've been really grateful for. Going around service to record Award-losing journalists with Jet was probably the most fun I've had in video games. I've been able to meet and talk to a lot of the animators and creators I watched growing up, which hasn't felt like real life at all. That's been absolutely sublime. It's something that I never thought would happen. The friendships and moments of just talking to people in the Discord and in the comments and DMs are things that never would have happened without the channel that I'm very grateful for.
What are your thoughts on really old memes?
I have a soft spot for the "oh really owl," just the intensity of that expression. Nyan Cat is still a bop. Some of the conspiracy Keanus were pretty good too. I'd love to make a video on early 2010 memes at some point.
What's the last song you listened to?
I will check. I have no idea how to pronounce it, but it's a Debussy composition that I really like.
What's the best YouTube video of all time?
How You Treat Me by McFabulous is the greatest YouTube video of all time.
Can't remember the last time you treated me right. We had so much fun on the first time, but then you got a pat on my side.
It is the epitome of what this platform was meant to be about, original homemade self-expression. This guy was doing split-screen editing in 2009 to make a video for an absolute banger of a song, not even mentioning the transitions he was doing, the breakbeats, or the golden ending skit. I'm pretty sure there's a cube spin for his face changing angles and some page peels and some ripple effects like the Mario 64 paintings. It's a absolute riot and so far ahead of his time. So How You Treat Me is to me the best thing ever uploaded to this website. For similar reasons, I'd rank Rent Is Too Damn High by Schmoyoho and Vomit Cake by Maxmofo a little lower.
How has running the channel affected your life in general?
There's been a few times that I've run into old friends and had coffee and they've told me that they've liked my most recent video and it's thrown me for a loop because I do forget that there is a bit of overlap between people who know me in real life and people who watch the channel. But overall, it's just been a great output for a lot of ideas for comedy and sketches and some absurd stuff that I've had in my head for quite a few years. So I'm grateful for that.
What was your favorite video to make or rewatch?
The most fun I've had making a video would be any of the ones with my friends. ALJ was a riot, there's lots of after school videos I like rewatching. It's very cathartic for me to rewatch Why I Left Earth, because it was a pretty big leap of faith. I'm not naturally talented at animation, it's something that just does not happen naturally for me, so I'm very proud of Why I Left Earth for that reason.
What are the best YouTube channels?
I'd recommend Joe Pura, Connor O'Malley, QnA as channels that are making the best stuff on the platform right now. And for animators, I will go with Worthy Kids, Pilot Red Sun. Felix Colgrave to me is probably the GOAT of YouTube animation.
What's the most underrated YouTube channel?
There's this small channel I really like called Mega Ice TV that do these little sketches where you can't tell whether the dialogue is actually what the characters are meant to be saying or whether it's a joke, and that kind of fever dream feeling is one I always love. I think they deserve a lot more than 2,000 subscribers, and I'm a massive fan of theirs, so I would say Mega Ice TV is the most underrated.
How did you come up with your name?
This channel used to be called Minecraft in the School Toilets, so McSkill is the shortened form of that. The original name was inspired by strong dissociative experiences I started to go through in 10th grade while listening to a song called Alter Ego.
Do you feel like the McSkill or after school party profile pic more often?
I don't really know. To me, the after school party pic is kind of like the main channel one, but italicized, if that makes sense. They kind of, I don't really know. It's like night versus day, 12 hours each.
When and how did you meet Jetminus?
Jet sent me a link to his own take on the Spy Has an Existential Crisis video, which is like this text-to-speech existential despair bit. We started talking from that, and then we jumped in a call and traded music recommendations, and pretty much became good friends from then on.
Do you play any games competitively, and if so, which are you best at?
I've never been interested in gaming as a format to compete in, but I do like solo ranked games with high skill ceilings like Dota 2 or Trackmania Canyon. I'm 4000 MMR in Dota 2 and I'm top 150 worldwide in Trackmania Canyon. I like grinding these games a lot because they reward you just as much for your mindset and patience as they do for your gameplay. That's the sort of games that I like to enjoy. I also did play Apex for quite a while. I got to maybe Diamond in season 2 or 3, but I have not played it for a very long time.
How does collaborating go with Jetminus?
Getting Jet in on videos is always really simple. I'll come up with a script or a screenplay or some idea and just send it to him, we'll get in a call, and then he'll often come up with something that makes a scene or a joke twice as funny. My favorite example of this is the 7-Eleven running joke from the ALJ intermission.
Man, what kind of 7-Eleven doesn't have running water?
The original scene was just us coming out of the 7-Eleven so that the sandwich joke could happen, but he suggested the "what kind of 7-Eleven doesn't have running water" line, and that is one of my favorite parts of the video. That's genius, that's on the spot.
Favorite game of all time?
Mario Kart DS is my favorite game of all time. It probably always will be.
What's something you've enjoyed about building a community?
YouTube has a way of constructing the creator dashboard and just generally the analytics and the whole way this site is presented to you as very data driven and very anti-community, and so being in the Discord and talking to random viewers or just talking to friends about some old content that we've made together has always been something that I've loved to do. And the other thing would be the fan art. I've been sent sketches and similar pieces of art that are absolutely gorgeous. It's so touching seeing that someone has taken the time to create their own take on a character I've made, and that experience of someone reaching out with that file and saying, "This is what I got from your video," that means the world to me. There's no other feeling in the world like it.
What's your favorite movie?
Manchester by the Sea.
What direction do you want to take the channel content-wise?
I can't give too much away now, but I am really excited for the channel in 2022. I've got a lot of interesting posts and uploads ready, and I'm looking forward to seeing your guys' response to them. So we'll see how it goes.
When's the face reveal?
If I did a face reveal, it would be around 50,000 subscribers.
What's your setup like?
Pretty basic. Have my Blue Yeti here, my keyboard here, mood light with LCD sound system hat as a kind of lampshade. It's my camcorder, it's my DSLR, and here are all of my SD cards.
What's your star sign?
I'm a Pisces.
What inspired Why I Left Earth?
Why I Left Earth started from a place of disillusionment. At the time of animating, I had a really heavy workload, I was stressed out, I wasn't sleeping super well, and I started to daydream about these BBC space documentaries that I watched growing up. They're called The Planets. And those series inspired me a lot as a kid. I wanted to be an astronomer growing up. There was also an image of a certain lizard on my desktop that had quite a few interesting ideas of what he was going to do with his identity documents that seemed very appealing at the time, but nevertheless I got badly sick while writing the ending and went offline. I was stuck in bed for a week, feverishly hallucinating the smoke alarm going off. This turned out to be helpful because the benevolence of the satellite was inspired by the love hearts and let's catch ups that blasted my phone all at once when I finally turned it back on. So that's the context behind Why I Left Earth.
1, 2, 3, 4.